Thank you, Brian and Aaron, and hello, everyone. First, a breaking news note. TPG Global, one of the top investment firms in the world, and Liberty Global, one of the top media players and cable operators in the world, are joining forces to do a new global production studio that will largely focus on scripted television. They've hired Katie McConnell of Gaumont Television to head things up. Gaumont was the folks that did Hannibal for 3 seasons on NBC and currently is doing Narcos for Netflix, going into its 3rd season next month. There was a change of channel command at 6 a.m. Saturday past. Universal HD turned off. The Olympic Channel turned on. Organized by NBC Universal in partnership with both the U.S. and International Olympic Committees, this network will be a year-round showcase of live Olympic sports and the worldwide Olympic movement. The focus, the top U.S. athletes going for medals in 2018 and beyond.
We know what we are when we're young. It's just society screws it all up for us, so we get confused.
You go through a lot of anger, just trying to figure out why you feel so different.
I won my first race as female and realized how incredibly bad I felt telling people about it because it was in the women's category.
When it's your birthday and you have your cake with all the candles in front of you, and people always tell you to make a wish and blow out the candles, well, I cannot explain why it was my wish, but I had always wanted to be a girl.
I decided, okay, I've got to take this risk. I've got to try to be myself because maybe that will make me happy.
You want to look in the mirror and see the person that's inside reflecting.
In a boxing match, it's like everything is right with my world.
I've just always loved being underwater. This is the only thing I'm supposed to be doing right now. This is the only place I need to be. That brings me a lot of peace, I think, that I don't have in my daily life.
At the end of the day, I'm just a person that loves volleyball, and I want to play it.
As you just saw, when live coverage isn't happening, the network will present athlete profiles, behind-the-scenes activity, and documentaries. Some of those documentaries will come from notable filmmakers such as Raiders of the Lost Ark producer Frank Marshall. He's set to contribute 5 Rings films, a series of movie-length specials. Unfortunately, there are no plans for a daily or nightly highlights program like SportsCenter or an investigative series like Outside the Lines on ESPN. Well, here's to that strategy taking a 360-degree turn later on. Chances are the cable system you are now watching this program over has the Olympic Channel elsewhere. If not, make the request if you desire. More than 35 million households were able to see the service over the weekend, and NBC Universal executives expect at least another 5 million cable and satellite households will be reached by mid-fall. We've got a new series underway tonight on AMC. Take 4 childhood friends who want to make a splash in the arena of high technology, introduce overnight success to their lives, and watch them deal with life among the multi-millionaires. You've got the gist. Uploaded. Music, please.
Suck my. Beautiful.
We made it!
I feel like I'm in a hip-hop video. Hey, just like Jay-Z with your goose down pillow.
How would you summarize your position within the company?
Ideas man, head of creative. Head of vision. And the spirit of the place.
Officially, I am the code-wrangling monkey boy. I've got it on a card, actually.
No one deserves millions for a cat game that mums play on the toilet. Oh my God, is that an actual chunk of solid gold?
It's an ingot.
It's mine. They own us. We belong to them now.
Who's had a boss before?
I worked in a video shop once.
We are pretty much the deepest pool in Europe.
Why is it black?
Daytona. You're the least subtle millionaire since the Monopoly Man.
Loaded. Series premiere Monday, July 17th on AMC.
Loaded comes from Keshet, the Israeli-based TV format company responsible for Homeland and the worldwide scripted unscripted hits. AMC, as you heard, starts up this Tech Life saga tonight at 10 p.m. after the latest adventures of Preacher. For a growing number of viewers, a new window on outstanding English-speaking scripted content is opening through Acorn Television. Acorn is available on most smart TV sets and devices. And Vice President of Programming Don Cleese previews what's ahead in 2 hours on Tomorrow Will Be Televised. So take a listen today at 3 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. Next Monday on BK Live, we will set the stage for TV in My Bones, a new off-Broadway play arriving next month at Theater for the New City. It's all about the Tube's influence on a few, shall we note, unique members of society. Writer C. C.S. Hansen, and co-star, producer, and Brooklynite Phoebe Marr will take seats at this table. It should be a lot of fun. And gentlemen, you mentioned Martin Landau earlier. He not only was a marvelous movie star, let's not forget that for 3 seasons off the bat, he was Roland Hand, the chameleon Maximus on Mission Impossible. He also did 2 seasons with his then-wife Barbara Bain, who, of course, won the Emmys several times for MI on Space 1999, and then later on did Entourage for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he was the producer guy, wasn't he? He was the older, sure.
And while we're at it, I also want to say condolences to people who love 2 other folks. One, the wonderful director of Night of the Living Dead, George Romero, who passed away over the weekend. And locally, one of the best sportscasters, both here in this city and nationally, Bob Wolf. For more than 8 decades, he was sometimes the voice of the New York Knicks, the New York Rangers, captured the Knicks in their early days before there was replays of slow motion on Channel 9. And also, for the last couple of decades, he was the analyst for News 12 Long Island, doing a weekly commentary on the subject. Won a number of local Emmy Awards for his work. One of the very best people, called the major sports, including football and Don Larson's Perfect Game on national radio.
Wow. There you go. So that's legend. I mean, before the replay?
Before slow motion replay. And by the way, condolences to Bob's family, including Rick Wolf, who does the Sports Edge every Sunday morning at 8 on WFAN.
Well, TV in my bones. Are you sure that's not the Simon Applebaum story?
I haven't checked with the playwright yet about that, but I would not be surprised.
You might want to go see it with your lawyer.
There you go.
Present.
Incidentally, the folks who are putting this together are doing a Kickstarter campaign to raise money. They're trying to raise $8,000, and with about a month to go, they've already raised more than half the money.
Okay, can I let you guys know that Simon is not being negligent? I have not seen the Game of Thrones premiere, so he's being merciful in not delving into it, although I know you at the water coolers, and this one is trying to keep it all in. I've been telling everybody, I've been walking around with earmuffs upstairs, so don't talk about it around me. So can we distract ourselves with the Emmy nominations?
Yes, absolutely. But one thing about Game of Thrones, do not be surprised if this ends up being the season premiere, the #1 show on Sunday night.
Okay, that
because the ratings.
How could it not be?
Yeah, the ratings for ABC, CBS combined were a 14 share of audience. So a lot of people, I have a hunch, were watching Game of Thrones last night.
Okay.
And other things too.
Emmys.
Yes, Emmys.
Early.
Now, Game of Thrones, although it may be the #1 most watched television last night, not any Emmy nominations.
Right, because it did not have a season last year.
Right. It's a technical glitch.
So who actually got the most nominations this year?
Most nominations among networks was HBO with over 110. Netflix made a big leap up, went from 50 to 90 plus. 91. And among the series, it was a tie. Westworld, which was HBO's major new series this past season, got 22 along with Saturday Night Live. It was an amazing accomplishment for a series in its 42nd season.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, those election years always give them a big boost, and this year was bananas with that guy in the race and that woman.
Baldwin, McKinnon, Melissa McCarthy got nominated. Leslie Jones got nominated for work on SNL too. More cast members on SNL got nominated this year than in previous years.
What's the race to watch in all of those Emmys?
Well, first with the major categories, I think comedy and drama are both interesting. In the case of drama, you had a bunch of new series get in. Netflix had The Crown and Stranger Things get in. You have This Is Us. You have Handmaid's Tale, which is my pick right now to win the Best Drama Award. I think this may be the show that Hulu gets the big Emmy love for. And I would not be surprised if Elizabeth Moss gets up for Best Actress.
I just finished it. It's up against some tough competition, including all these Academy Award winners in the form of Kidman and Reese Witherspoon for that Big Little Lies.
Right. Big Little Lies looks like that's going to be the favorite in the limited series category, along with Feud. Big snub, American Crime did not get in for the first time in 3 years for their best season ever. Did not get in that series category. Although Regina King is up and Felicity Huffman is up in acting.
Okay,
I love Regina
out
King.
of time.
All right.
And Atlanta, by the way, I think that's going to win Best Comedy. Doug Glover got nominated, and I think that's going to be a big, big win for FX.
Golden Globe for Glover.